Hare Krishna everyone, we're continuing to read The Science of Self-Realization, the book by His Divine Grace Srila A.C. Bhakti-Vedanta Swami Prabhupada. This is chapter 6. Chapter 6 is entitled Finding Spiritual Solutions to Material Problems. This section is called Altruism, Temporary and Eternal. In 1972, the South Indian state of Andhra Pradesh was stricken by a severe drought that affected millions. Hoping that the International Society for Krishna Consciousness would provide assistance, T.L. Katildia, secretary of the Andhra Pradesh Relief Fund Committee, wrote to Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada responded with the surprising and edifying letter. Revered Swamiji, the residents of the Twin Cities are happy to have this opportunity to meet you and your esteemed followers. You may be aware that due to inadequate rainfall during the last 2 years and its complete failure this year, more than half of our state, Andhra Pradesh, a state in southern India, is in the grip of a serious drought. With a view to supplement governmental efforts to combat this evil, a central voluntary organization of citizens drawn from various walks of life has been set up. The members of this organization surveyed the areas affected by drought. The situation is pathetic. There are villages where drinking water is not available for miles. Due to scarcity of fodder, the cattle owners are parting with their cattle for a nominal price. Many of the stray cattle are dying away due to unavailability of fodder and water. The food problem is also very serious. Due to high prices of food grains on the open market, purchase of grains at market prices is beyond the reach of poor villagers, with the result that at least 5 to 6 million people are hardly having one meal a day. There are many who are on the verge of starvation. The entire situation is most pathetic and heartrending. We therefore appeal to your revered self to consider how your society could best come to the rescue of these millions of souls who are in unimaginable distress. The committee would like to suggest that members of your society appeal to the bhaktas, devotees, attending your discourses to distribute their mite to the Andhra Pradesh Relief Fund. The committee is prepared to send some of its representatives, along with members of your society, wherever you wish to distribute prasad to the hungry millions in the state. As Manava Seva is Madhava Seva, service to man is service to God, the committee is confident that even a little effort by your gracious society will go a long way in mitigating the sufferings of hundreds and thousands of people. Yours ever, in the service of the Lord, T.L. Katidia, Secretary, Andhra Pradesh Relief Fund Committee, Hyderabad, India. And here's the reply. My dear Mr. Katidia, please accept my greetings. With reference to your letter and your personal interview, I beg to inform you that without pleasing the Supreme Personality of Godhead, no one can become happy. Unfortunately, people do not know who God is and how to make Him happy. Our Krishna consciousness movement is therefore meant to present the Supreme Personality of Godhead directly to the people. As stated in the Srimad Bhagavatam 7th Canto, 6th Chapter. Tushte cha tatra kim alabhyam ananta adye kim tairguna vyatikarad ihaye swasiddha. The idea stated in this verse is that by pleasing the Supreme Personality of Godhead, we please everyone, and there is no question of scarcity. No scarcity. Because people do not know this secret of success, they're making their own independent plans to be happy. However, it is not possible to achieve happiness in this way. On your letterhead, I find many important men in this country who are interested in relieving the sufferings of the people. But they should know for certain that without pleasing the Supreme Personality of Godhead, all their attempts will be futile. A diseased man cannot live simply on the strength of the help of an expert physician and medicine. If this were so, then no rich man would ever die. One must be favored by Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Therefore, if you want to perform relief work simply by collecting funds, I think that it will not be successful. You have to please the Supreme Authority, and that is the way to success. For example, due to the performance of Sankirtana here, the rain has begun to fall after a drought of 2 years. The last time we performed a Hare Krishna festival in Delhi, there was imminent danger of Pakistan's declaring war. And when a newspaper man approached me for my opinion, I said there must be fighting because the other party was aggressive. However, because of our Sankirtana movement, India emerged victorious. Similarly, when we held a festival in Calcutta, the Naxalite communist movement stopped. These are facts. Through the Sankirtana movement, we can not only get all facilities for living, but also at the end can go back home, back to Godhead. Those who are of a demoniac nature cannot understand this, but it is a fact. Therefore, I request you, as leading members of society, to join this movement. There is no loss on anyone's part for chanting the Hare Krishna mantra, but the gain is great. According to Bhagavad Gita 3.21, what is accepted by leading man is also accepted by common man. Yadyada charati shrishtas tattad eva taro jana sayat pramanam kurute lokastad anuvartate. Quote, whatever action a great man performs, common men follow in his footsteps, and whatever standards he sets by exemplary acts, all the world pursues. Unquote. The Sankirtana movement of Krishna consciousness is very important. Therefore, through you, I wish to appeal to all the leading men of India to accept this movement very seriously and give us all facility to spread this movement throughout the world. Then there will be a happy condition, not only in India, but all over the world. Hoping this will meet you in good health, your ever well-wisher, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami. Jai. We have completed the section. Actually, Krishna consciousness movement is doing food for life or prasadam, relief at so many different places all over the world. But I really appreciate how Srila Prabhupada, he pointed to the cause. Now, not just to take devotees as like people who give food for others, but why do we even have something in the first place? How come, like right now, presently in Ukraine, devotees are distributing prasadam, hot meals, to the people who are hiding, like in subways and in different bomb shelters? How do they even have something in the first place? They're able to transport groceries from Europe. How do they have such facilities? You have to have something in order to give something. And Srila Prabhupada, he says, why don't you join us? And you can have everything we have. Wouldn't that be better? So, some food for thought. Thank you so much for tuning in today. The link to this book is in the description. Please check out our website, shravanamdiaries.com, and we shall see you tomorrow. Hare Krishna.